West SHO, welcome back to SportsKnight Radio. I'm your host, Paul Gustafson, joined today, as always, by
Herman Stogie. You're going to see it later, but Paul made like 5 intros that he just completely whiffed on because he just keeps dying of laughter.
Because of what we're talking about today.
Because of what we're talking about today.
So really, there's some real important stuff going on in the world right now, aka NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that though. We're talking about something else. A huge tournament, or in the Euro soccer tournament. It's the 2020-2021 tournament. Supposed to happen last year, postponed because of the COVID, and now it's happening. And it's gonna. Oh my God, that was insane.
That was a loud thunder. I got some loud thunder in this.
My whole room just lit up. Whatever, call it. Wow. Okay, we're fighting through that. Did you hear that?
Yeah, you could hear that on the mic.
Oh my God. All right. We're fighting through the elements right now. We're in a storm. Here to talk about Euro 2020, Curran. What do you want to say about this?
I mean, I can't wait. I'm a massive soccer fan. Paul is not a soccer fan, but I am a very big soccer fan. This is the second or it's the second or third most. I'd probably say it's the second most important soccer tournament in the world. Of the ones they hold, obviously the World Cup is number one because, it's the World Cup. Everyone knows it. It happens every 4 years. But this also happens every 4 years. It's just the European Championship. It determines who the best team in Europe is. The winner gets automatic qualification to the World Cup. Everyone knows that. But it's more so a show of the show before the World Cup so we can kind of understand. The World Cup will be taking place in Qatar next year. Qatar.
Where's Qatar?
It's in the Middle East.
Okay.
So,
Qatar?
Yeah, Qatar.
Okay. All right.
But
is that how you pronounce it? Qatar?
It's Qatar, yeah. But the problem with the World Cup being in Qatar and the Middle East is the fact that, the World Cup's a summer tournament, right? We know this. Except, you can't play soccer in summer in Qatar because it's like 130 degrees there. And all the players will die of heat stroke if they try to do that. So, they kind of have to move it to the winter. So the World Cup is actually going to be when Paul and I are in college.
Really?
Yes, because it'll happen in the year of 2022, but in the...
And is it the 2020?
Yeah, it'll still be 2020, but it'll be at the end of 2022, which it'll be crazy.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I know.
Is it called 2020? What, one?
No, it'll still be the World Cup.
2022.
2022, yeah. It'll still be 2022 World Cup. It's just happening in December. So what they have to do is basically move the club season because the club season usually happens during when they'll be playing the World Cup. So they got to do a lot of stuff to mess with the season in order to play the World Cup. And the whole reason it's in Qatar is like some really stupid reason. I was
going to say, why would they put it there in the first place if they're just going to change it to move it back?
Basically, it's the reason it's in Qatar is corruption in FIFA. Basically, this is all publicly documented. American officials were able to uncover the fact that FIFA, and more specifically the president, Sepp Blatter, they were taking bribes and money, and were being bribed by Qatari officials. And then one of the demands was to move the World Cup in 2022 to Qatar. So that's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. It's been happening for the last few years. I mean, the World Cup in Brazil in 2014 and the World Cup in Russia in 2018 were also corruption. The only reason it was there is because of corruption. So it's a little crazy.
Yeah. So like Curran said, I am not a big soccer fan. I know absolutely nothing about soccer. I'm really here today to make my own Mickey Mouse picks at who's going to win this and stuff. But I'm mainly here to learn. He just talked about the 2014 Brazil World Cup. I think that's the last time I watched soccer. The U.S. men's were in that, and I had a good time watching them back in 2014. I had the ball, the bazooka, legendary soccer ball. This is literally my notes right here for the episode. The Phoenix Suns will win the 2021 NBA Finals. Those are my thoughts on this. Bet on that. Bet on the Sun. Put your money on the Suns or the Atlanta Hawks to win the finals. But again, we're not talking about that today. We're talking about Euro 2021. Curran, you got to start it here. I don't know where to start with this thing.
So
where is this taking place? Is it across a couple countries?
Yeah. So what usually happens is it's across the entire continent of Europe. That's what they usually play, and then they always set a final location for the most of the games. But because of COVID, obviously lockdown, stuff like that, it's hard to make teams travel all across the face of the earth. So what they're doing is they're playing most of the games, most of the early games, especially in England, and then there's some games in like Italy, but I forget where the final is, but it's the final is in England. So most of the games are in England, but there are some that aren't, but most of them are. So that's what is happening.
Gotcha.
The vid.
Gotcha. So, where do we want to start here? Picks. Save our championship for the end.
I feel like that's the most valid idea.
Okay. So what group do you think is the most valid here? Because we got Group A, B, C, D, E, and F.
So I don't know the actual number, but I know what teams in each group. The group that's going to be the group of death, as most teams call it, is the one with France, Germany, Portugal, and I think it's Hungary or Scotland. I think it's Hungary.
It's Group F.
Yeah, Group F.
It says playoff winner A.
No, that's not it.
Yeah. So who was playoff winner A?
No, that's something different.
Do I have the wrong sources?
Euro groups 2021. Okay, here standings. It is Group F, but it's not like playoff winner. It's like a whole thing. So basically what they're doing is usually it's the top two teams from each group, and they go through and then they play each other, and then they play other teams from other groups. But now they're adding, so the best four teams, the top four third place teams in each group are going to be able to go out, or the best four third place teams in each group are going to be able to. That does not make sense. The best third place teams in the tournament are going to be able to move on to the next round. Sorry, I don't know how to speak English. I don't know what's happening. So that's going to be interesting. That's just another wrinkle they added to add more teams into the tournament. But anyway, Group F is going to be the danger tournament. France won the World Cup in 2018. Portugal won the Euros in 2016. Germany won the World Cup in 2014. So they're all very successful nations, and they're all favorites to win the tournament. So that's probably the group of death.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I'm even just looking at the odds here. We got France as the highest odds to win it all. And then you got Portugal and Germany are both like top 5 best odds to win it. So that's just 3 teams from the same group right there that have great odds to win it all.
Yeah, that would be considered the group of death. What else about the Euros? And then you probably have, I assume, like they're putting Belgium and England in the top 5, right, Paul?
It is Belgium and England. Yes.
Yes. Belgium and England are the teams that I'm cheering for in the Euros. Obviously, the U.S. doesn't play in the Euros. But my favorite player of all time, my favorite soccer player of all time, is on the Belgium team. So I want him to do well. Who's that? His name is Eden Hazard.
Eden Hazard.
It reads like Eden Hazard.
Oh, we got the jersey.
I got the jersey. This is so old.
Oh, Hazard. Yes, I've seen you wear Hazard.
I tried to put it on. I'm gonna be honest with you, Paul. It doesn't fit anymore. It'd make me look fat.
You got buff?
A little. It's definitely way too big for me.
Crazy thunder here. I'm sorry.
There is crazy thunder. But actually, I can show you this. Wait, yes, I am here. So I'm gonna just quickly screen share something. And so this is me wearing Eden Hazard's jersey. Right here. The eighth grade student of the month. It's me wearing Eden Hazard jersey.
Student of the month.
Student of the month, Curran Stogie. That I remember. So that's my favorite player of all time. So I want him to do well. And then England, my favorite team, Chelsea, plays in England, and a lot of their players are on the team. So it's great. Those are the teams I'm cheering for.
I saw the Prince on the Pod logo when you looked up your name.
I did. I saw that.
Shout out Sam Prince.
Shout out SP.
Shout out SP always. So I'm personally rooting. I'm gonna root for Portugal here, because they got my guy, Cristiano. Okay, that's all you need to know. They got Cristiano. I know Cristiano. He's good. He's he's a legend.
Mm-hmm.
And he's on the Portugal soccer club. So I'm rooting for them to win it all out of Group F, the death division, the death grips, the death group.
The group of death. The
group of death. I almost got it.
You almost got it.
Oh, disaster. All right.
It's a disaster class. So let's talk about some of the who do we think are going to be the best, some of the best players in the tournament. So the best players. I think my prediction for player of the tournament is admittedly a bit of a hot take, and I don't know if it'll happen. But so usually what happens is the player of the tournament comes for the best team, and the team who usually wins it. This is kind of spoiling who I want, who I think might win it. But I think the player of the tournament is going to be a man named Romelu Lukaku from Inter. He plays for Belgium. Spoiler, I think Belgium's going to win it. I think they've got the talent. But I love Lukaku. I love Lukaku. He also is a Chelsea product. Chelsea sold him. I wish we can get him back. We might be able to this summer. But he is also a Chelsea product, but he's a very good goal scorer. So I think if he, scores a load of goals and then gets a lot of assists, I feel like it is a very realistic possibility that he wins player of the tournament, and that's who I think will do it.
Okay, like you said, the player of the tournament is the best player on the team that wins it all. And why didn't we just pick who wins it all first? Because we're spoiling right now.
We're spoiling a little.
Anyway, I'm going Cristiano Ronaldo, straight out Portugal. I think that they're a talented team. They got the potential to win it all. They are in a very tough conference. They're going to be competing with Belgium and your boy Lukaku. But I think Ronaldo's just a GOAT, and he's going to pull it out, and he's going to, do great things and win them the Euros, and he's going to win the player of the tournament.
Paul, can you name a single other player on Portugal?
Hold up. Well, you got Ronaldo.
Uh-huh. And who else?
Uh-huh. And you got Bruno Fernandes.
Mm-hmm.
You got Diogo Jota.
Mm-hmm.
Pepe. You got Joyola Felix. Ruben Davis. Andre Silva. Renato Sanchez. And my favorite, Sergio Oliveira.
You butchered a lot of Portuguese last names.
No, I didn't.
You said, can you say the guy whose last name is Felix again?
Jayoa. Yeah, how do you say it?
You can say it like the American way to say it is João.
Oh.
João Felix. But it's really supposed to be João Felix. Yeah.
Oh, Felix.
Yeah.
That sounds French.
It's not Felix. It's like Felix. It's a different. It's a little tough. I'll be honest with you. A lot of Portuguese names. There's a lot of names Paul probably have no idea how to say, and that's all the fun. That's all the best. That's all the fun about this.
I kind of want to say some more names now.
Want to say some more names? All right. I'll show you something. Look up the French national team.
Okay. French national team. All right, let's say. Okay. Okay, I'm here.
Okay. Say some of the names. Say some of the names.
Okay. Karim Benzema.
Mm-hmm.
Kylian Mbappe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Antoine Griezmann.
Okay.
Okay. Oliver Giroud.
That was bad.
Okay. N'Golo Kante.
Mm-hmm.
Was that one right?
Close. Not there yet.
Paul Pogba.
Mm-hmm.
Hugo Lloris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Ousmane Dembele.
That was actually close. That was actually very close. Good job.
What is it?
It's Ousmane Dembele.
Oh, yeah, I was close.
Yeah, you're very close.
I'll get 3 more here. Lucas Hernandez. Did I get that one right?
Yeah.
Benjamin Pavard.
Mm-hmm.
Eduardo Camavinga.
Mm-hmm.
And Jules Kounde.
That's a tough one. It's Jules Kounde. I'll be honest with you. It's a tough one to say.
Was it?
Yeah. The one that you just horribly messed up on was Olivier Giroud.
Ooh. I just called him Oliver.
I know.
I should have known Olivier Vernon. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Paul, who do you think is going to be what do you think a country that's going to surprise everyone this tournament is?
Ooh. All right. Well, I'm not currently. I am Swedish.
Mm-hmm.
And Sweden has plus 7,500 odds to win it all. Not great. About middle of the pack, closer to the bottom.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna roll with my blood and the Swedes. And I think Sweden is gonna surprise some people.
I actually don't think that's a terrible prediction. That's actually not a bad prediction. Sweden has a very good a very good striker in a man named Alexander Isak.
And they have this guy, Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Oh, that was bad. That was a bad one, Paul.
I recognize him.
Yeah, but
I know him though. I think.
Yeah, Zlatan.
Yeah, I do know him.
Zlatan is. Everyone knows who Zlatan is. It's Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and he's not playing the Euro. He retired from international soccer.
But he's on the roster.
That might be outdated. He's not playing He's not playing at the World Cup, at the Euro, which is a little tough.
Tragedy. That would have been great.
But yeah, I do know who you do know who Zlatan is. That was a terrible pronunciation of his name.
I do.
But yeah.
Who's your pick?
So my sleeper team. I don't know if this is. I guess this is not going to be obvious because you'll have no idea who any of the players on this team is.
All right.
It's Turkey. Turkey is a very big sleeper team. Turkey has
plus 5,000 odds.
They have a very underrated team. They have 2 really good goal scorers up front in Yilmaz and Yazici. I don't want to say their first names because I will horribly botch them. And then
say them. I butchered enough.
Okay, fine. So
their names.
So the first one is Burak Yilmaz. The other one is the tough one.
Okay.
His name is Yusuf Yazici. A tough one. And then you have Kaskar Sionchu.
Okay. You're lucky I would have no idea if these were right or not.
And then you have Hakan Çalhanoğlu, which is I don't know how to say that, but it's close.
Kind of, I think one of the fun underrated parts about soccer is these names.
These names?
It's a good time. Tell me a little bit more about Turkey here. I want to hear about the squad.
Turkey is a very prolific team up front, and because of that, combined with pretty good creators, I think they'll be able to create a lot of chances. Obviously, Turkey does not have. It has a pretty decent group because they don't have to play in the group of death, which is pretty nice. I forget who is in the group, but I'm pretty sure they have a fairly good chance to win it. Because it just makes
Italy, Wales, and Switzerland.
Yeah, so they should be able to come out second in their group. I don't think they will lose. I don't think they'll be able to beat Italy, but I think they can definitely beat Switzerland and definitely beat Wales. Those are two very beatable teams.
Facts. They just sound beatable to me.
Paul, are who's a team that you think might disappoint this year?
I'm just gonna go with straight up. The most disappointing team is gonna be Belgium.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Because they got a guy over there by the name of Lokuku who's gonna stink during the tournament.
Okay.
And he's gonna disappoint. And yeah. So I think that Belgium, and no, actually I think that Belgium's gonna disappoint because they are in a very challenging group.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna have to compete with some good teams. So I'm gonna pick them as the team that's gonna disappoint, especially because you think they're gonna win. I don't think they're gonna win. So that's a disappointment.
Okay. I too have a team from the same group as my disappointing team, and this might be a hot take because they are the favorites to win the tournament.
France.
Look, France is an incredible team, but there is something called a World Cup jinx. Do you know what that is, Paul? There's basically.
Did they win the World Cup?
Basically, they won the World Cup in 2018, and the theory is that a lot of teams, after they win the World Cup, their next tournaments aren't great. There are historical examples,
like a Super Bowl hangover.
Kinda, yeah. Germany won the World Cup in 2014, and they were eliminated from the group stage in 2018. France very well may be forced into a tough position where they're runners-up in the group and not first place. And runners-up in their group might mean a first-round matchup with England or Croatia. And those two teams are very good teams. So I just feel like they don't have a very good road to the finals. And their team, while yes, it's very good and has a lot of individual talent and is a very well-oiled machine, a lot of the players aren't on the best form compared to other players from other countries. So that's why I think that.
All right.
Paul's laughing at me because I burped.
I heard that.
Yeah.
That's right. I think I actually did the last one.
You did?
The last episode, yeah, I did.
But now that we've talked about the Euros, we can put Paul out of his misery a little. We can suspend the Euro talk and we talk about some other things because
we didn't pick the winners though. We
that's true.
We kind of
didn't justify the winners. We didn't justify.
Yeah, go ahead. You justify your winner.
So I think Belgium's going to win the tournament. I love their attacking talent. And they have Roberto Martinez, who's been a very good coach for them. Eden Hazard, Romelu Lukaku, and then in the back, Toby Alderweireld and Thibaut Courtois. That's the core of the team. But then Kevin De Bruyne, Yuri Tielemans. There's a lot of good players who will take big steps up in the tournament, and I think they will be able to finally do it.
Yeah, so I'm going with Portugal because they've been consistently good, in Europe, and they have a good amount of depth, right? They have the star power. They got Cristiano Ronaldo, the greatest of all time. So I think they're going to pose a challenge in a challenging group of death. I think that they're gonna prevail in that challenging group, and once they get past their group, then it's a cakewalk.
They're gonna fleece everyone. Yeah, that's not a bad prediction. Good for if Portugal does it, Portugal will do it. I've got no problems with Portugal winning again. Except they'd be winning again. So yeah, what happened yesterday, Paul, in sports news?
What did happen? I know that a basketball team won.
But like not about that. Or yesterday and the day before that. What happened?
Are you trying to get something out of me?
Yeah, I am trying to get something out of you. What happened?
What did happen? Tom Thibodeau won Coach of the Year?
Yeah, but obviously, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay. The Knicks lost to the Hawks. No. The Yankees got screwed out of a win over the Red Sox.
No, but that was also very disappointing.
I have. Oh, um, is that to do with tennis?
No.
Um, inform me.
Julio was traded.
Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, but I was talking about Julio was traded, but.
Oh.
But yeah, Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather happened. That was terrible. Awful fight.
What?
Are you kidding? That was a terrible fight.
It was electric.
Logan landed like 20 punches.
But the first round, the last 10 seconds where Logan was going at him, chasing him down, doesn't land a single punch.
That was hilarious.
My 10 favorite seconds of boxing I've ever watched.
That was hilarious.
Cracking up.
He was just swinging and he just was not hitting anything. It was crazy.
I know. Shout out to Logan Paul for getting in there with Floyd and lasting all 8 rounds. And people could say what they want about Floyd knocked out Logan and caught him, keep him up.
I don't know about that.
I don't think he did. If he got knocked out, he would have been out.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have bounced right back and started punching him again. But
I think that the reason the reason Floyd didn't knock out Logan Paul is because Floyd's never been known to have as much of that power. Plus, Logan's also 35 pounds heavier than him, and he was significantly taller than him.
And younger.
So without a decision, without a judge to proclaim an official decision, and with that difference in weight, it was just never going to happen. I mean, if he just would not be able to knock it out. It was a waste of money. If anyone bought it, I feel bad for you. I feel like you should be entitled to a refund. I didn't buy it. Yeah, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to buy these fights.
But I watched the whole thing.
I watched the whole thing. I illegally streamed it. I will be honest with you.
Oh, I'm not saying I did that, but
yes,
I might call the feds on you now. Now that I know you did that. And before that fight, Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson, legendary receiver, got dropped.
He got dropped. That was funny.
And his exhibition fight.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was funny. But so you were trying to talk about Julio Jones?
Yeah.
Yes, traded to the Titans after A.J. Brown, did a little bit of recruiting himself.
He did.
Posted a TikTok.
Testing the league's tampering rules with that one.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to think, though, because now A.J. Brown said that Julio doesn't want to take number 11 from him.
Yeah.
Every edit I've seen, Julio's wearing number 8. Like, has that been a thing?
I don't know if it's a thing, but I definitely know that A.J. Brown, that Julio said, no, I don't really want 11.
Yeah.
You can keep it for helping me get here.
That's a great offense.
That's an incredible offense. And
big boys.
Honestly, Paul, I was not high on the Titans coming into this year before that trade. Really? They had lost so much. They lost Corey Davis, Dory Jackson, their entire run defense. Their defense was completely depleted.
Picked up budget 3 though. Underrated sign.
I don't know if it's underrated, but what they did do was get Julio, so I think it offsets the losses on offense a little. I just have no idea what they're gonna do with the defense. That division is gonna be weird.
If you replace Corey Davis with Julio Jones, that's a nice upgrade there.
That's a nice upgrade.
They didn't even lose really. Like, they lost a second-round pick for Julio Jones.
Yeah, they didn't lose much. They didn't get much. It was a good trade for them. I'll be honest, that was a good trade for them. A lot of teams should not have, it was not a good option to trade for them, but the Titans were one of the few teams that, could have a real place for Julio. A lot of teams couldn't, but Titans definitely could.
Truth. Yeah, good trade. Fun little trade there. A lot. I just named a bunch of stuff besides the Julio trade. There's a lot going on right now in sports. And I'm loving every second of it. Sorry, getting a little notification there. But how did you expect me to guess Julio Jones when Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather happened?
I don't know. I feel like Julio is big. I mean, isn't that like a big thing?
Yeah, but Floyd and Logan happened on the same day.
That's true.
No, it wasn't the same day.
No, I think it was.
Yes, it was.
Oh no,
They're both
no.
on Sunday.
Yeah, it was Sunday because Julio happened 2 days ago, which is
facts.
No
Anything else you got there?
No, I mean that was.
How much? Everyone, go check out. We just started uploading some TikTok content.
Yeah, I'm gonna post Paul butchering names on the TikTok. I feel like that might be a good idea.
Yeah, I like that. That would be a good TikTok. Keep your eye out for new TikTok content Also, go check out the new Olivia Rodrigo Sour package. Curran is the best song off of Sour by Olivia Rodrigo.
The best song. I mean, see, the problem is the best song, in my opinion, is the most basic song. Good for you. I mean, I feel like that's the most basic. I mean, obviously, it's not the most popular. Driver's License is probably more popular, but Good for You is just such a banger. It's such a good banger. That's my favorite.
That song.
What about you?
My personal pick. I'm very disappointed with the rest of the Wire staff. My favorite song is Brutal.
Well, I like that song.
It was ranked as last on the
what?
Wire's
I didn't even know that. That's terrible. That's a terrible ranking.
I know. I'm very disappointed. They ranked it last. And Good for You's at 4.
That's terrible. What do they have, like Traitor at number 1?
Traitor at number 1. Ugh. Yes.
I want her to lean more into the punk pop thing, because I feel like she's better at that. I don't know. That's just me. That's really all we really had for today. This probably is our second to last. We got one more episode after this, probably be the end of the year episode. School's coming to an end. We're gonna get probably back into the booth next year. Hopefully be able to get it on video, which is going to be very interesting, and I can't wait to do that, honestly. School's coming to a close. Stuff's trying to happen. So, follow us for all the stuff we have planned in the future. As always, like, subscribe, comment, share, show a friend, and, check out the Wessex Wire on Instagram, thewessexwire.com, and on TikTok. Follow the TikTok. We're trying to build up that clout and, earn a little bit of the moolah, maybe. TikTok Creator Fund, if you're listening. But as always, like, subscribe, and Paul, take it away.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, good. I was delayed there a little bit. Thanks everyone for watching, and don't forget, we love the Wessex Wire, right? We love our fellow staff members, but if you agree with them that Brutal's the worst song off of Sour by Olivia Rodrigo, you're not right.
Yeah,
you're not right. Thank you for watching, everyone. Goodbye.
Peace.
Four, 3, 2, 1. Hello, West Essex, and welcome back to SportsKnight Radio. Oh my God! All right, you could do some bloopers on this one. All right. 3, 2, 1. Hello, West Essex, and welcome. I don't know what's wrong. I just can't.